Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay Manari, Festival Director of MiraBan UK Film Awards 2nd edition. Today I have the pleasure to welcome Ibrahim Korayem, Director of The Twins, shortlisted for Best International Short at MiraBan UK Film Awards. Welcome, Ibrahim. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you very much, Jay. It's my pleasure.
So first of all, a little bit of information about Ibrahim. He was born and raised in Alexandria, Egypt, and his career as a qualified engineer has now brought him to earn a PhD in engineering in the UK. And he never let down his passion for cinema though, so he is also interested in photography. He joined a few art exhibitions and is now, after a few collaborations with the Doha Film Institute, he produced his debut short film, The Twins. So we're really glad that you made it, because now we have the chance to ask you some questions about it. The Twins, by the way, is a show about two twin brothers, and it's really a show that investigates the theme of motherhood and brotherhood and how these relationships develops within the story. So without giving the audience any spoiler, I want to ask you where this idea came from.
Well, I guess the inspiration came through the observations I'm having on our daily life, my personal life, my other's life, and I just observed that the society, wherever you live, tends to create predetermined rules for many ways. Mm-hmm. And to an extent, I just wanted to explore it, so you can call it a self-exploration of what really is life about. Mm-hmm. Do we really, in many societies, for example, you'll have, as in the story, the mother is a mother, but that doesn't eliminate the fact that she is a woman and has got her own needs. And I wanted to have this story as a way of exploring how these relations can really develop in the context of some unfortunate events that happened throughout this story of the film.
Right. I was curious about the relationship between the two twins, because I noticed, obviously, I guess that was your intention, to show that the mother has more attention towards Ali than Hatem. She is as if Ali was the weaker one, and she has much more attention to him and wants to, in a way, protect him more, but also he feels suffocated by her, and she would like, in a way, her to split her attention and her care in a more equal way, especially when she's scolding one of the two. So what did you say to the actors? What was your goal in that scene, for instance, when they are dining and the mother, in a way, she's scolding Ali instead of Hatem, although the idea came from Hatem, really?
Yeah, I guess directing the actors and trying to convey the message. Obviously, I'm a starter myself, and all the actors that you have seen in the film are all first timers.
Oh, really?
So I did not believe very much of the conceptual way of passing the message as I see it. Mm-hmm. I have to convey how I see the story developing, but I counted more on the internal feelings. We can generate some of the feelings of sadness or happiness or others, so that you can get the best out of it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I had to seek the best talents, and it was not an easy task. Mm-hmm. We had to do rehearsals. Mm-hmm. I had to do some adjustments in the script so that I am sure that everyone can do the role as planned. Mm-hmm. And I think I've been quite lucky to have them having this feeling, which I think many people have conveyed that it was quite natural.
Right. Well, I have to say, Hamed Ibrahim, the actor that played the twins, because it's just one actor playing basically twice. Being this a short debut, it's very impressive. You chose to use one of the trickiest way to convey a scene, because obviously him also being first-time actor, it's very impressive. You know, it's actually, we didn't know that. So we knew you were doing a short debut, but we didn't know about the actor. So it's very impressive to know that. You said in the director's statement, sorry, what did you say?
We just had to do a lot of rehearsals, and Ahmed was excellent. He's very talented, and he also listens to the observations and remarks, and always improve, which is something I appreciate.
Yeah, it really shows his talent and his commitment to the story. I was going to ask you, in the director's statement, you mentioned that perhaps you touched the story from a nihilistic point of view. What did you mean by that?
Well, I just wanted to say that this may not go as planned. We always have an assumption of how things will go, and in most of cases, it doesn't happen the same way we usually assume. So, to an extent, I find it really unproductive exercise to try to make a very long-term plan. And I don't know, this feeling is growing the more I get experienced in life.
Right. So how about the technical side of making the twins? Where did you film it? Was it in Egypt? And it was how long did it take you?
Well, the film was shot in Doha, but it was in all the actors were talking in an Egyptian accent. The preparation took us around 6 months, and we shot the whole film in 3 days.
Okay, well, pretty fast track. And how long did it take you with the post-production? It's usually short debuts are, you know, they can take forever, or they can have a very tough short deadline for a certain commitment.
It took me a long time. I think I made the mistake that I got myself involved in the editing quite a bit, which is something I will not do in the future. Because, you know, as a director, you start seeing all the things that you could have done better, and it becomes difficult for you to go through the film in the editing. So it took me around 6 months to get the editing done. Let's go 6 months to get the post-production complete.
Right. Well, I was seeing from the credits that there were two people in the editing room working on the editing for the twins, right? So in the end, you delegated the editing to someone else.
Yeah, a friend. No, actually, 2 friends. The first friend started trying to help me, and he got me to an advanced stage. But he had to leave the country, so before finishing the project. So we had to bring someone to finish up the work and stuff.
I see.
So that's why I thought I'd work on the credits.
Well, congrats anyway. You know, it's with the first short is always you know, trials and errors, and you have to learn a lot of things, you know, just while you're going. So very well done for the accomplishment that you made with the film. It doesn't really, I mean, in the editing, it doesn't show it's a first-time editor, or it's you know, it's very fluid. The story goes on very well and is well paced.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
One last question is if you want to share with the audience anything about the roadblocks or the challenges, some funny moments on set, if you want to thank someone in particular.
Well, I just want to convey the message to whoever is watching and considering to have his first film. It is definitely not going to be an easy task, but it's if you have got the passion, then you will really be enjoying it. And one of the problems for example, we face is the fact that the cinematographer had to leave the project 10 days before we start shooting. And I couldn't postpone the whole shooting, otherwise other things will fall apart. So that was quite difficult because I had to find another cinematographer, friend of mine, one that helped me. getting into the project and shooting. So these things can happen, and if you are having a short film first production, then you really will get into many of these obstacles. The technicalities, having Ahmed Ibrahim shooting the twins, obviously was not easy. We had to do a lot of rehearsal, as I mentioned, as well as big shooting, so that took us quite some time. One of the funny things that happened is the fact that we had to write an exception for the school principals of Ahmed, because his hair was quite long for the rules. We had to request them to keep his hair as it should. So we got a deadline, but as if we don't have enough, there was another deadline set by the school that he has to finish this film, and otherwise he will have to have his hair cut.
I see. Well, I'm curious to see now a picture of him with long hair. Then it's going to be quite unusual.
Yeah. Well, I think I would like to thank the whole team who really helped me during this process. I also would like to say that the effort done by the Doha Film Institute in creating a film community here is really working very well. The number of filmmakers is growing. I personally had the chance to get training on script writing and directing, on cinematography. DFI did not contribute to this film directly, but through the training I got from there, I was able to make my first film. My friend Hossam, who was the executive director and producer for the film, has also done a great job there. So I would like to take the chance to thank him for that. And finally, to thank you guys. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to be part of it.
Well, the pleasure is all ours, and the audience knows that we are promoting independent filmmakers, so there are different levels, and we're always happy to see when a short debut comes to our film festival, and it is in a way successful. And so we remind the audience to please watch The Twins by Ibrahim Korayem on the 28th, 29th or 30th of August, live stream on our website, MiraBan.com. And at the same time, remember, you can vote for your favorite film of the entire season. It can be a short, it can be a feature, it's going to be your favorite film of the entire edition. So please watch, enjoy, and thank you, Ibrahim Korayem, for being with us. We hope to see more from you in the future.
Thank you very much, Jay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.